now. So, okay, well, welcome to the class. And yeah, I really would love to start this with a little bit of quiet, and just to yeah, to allow that to happen to us. So let's just be quiet for a moment and start from here. So thank you. Thank you. So if this thing is okay. So, yeah. So who was doing the talking? That was what came through me. Like, I have no idea what to say. You know, that's where I start my my talk with. I don't know what I will say or what is coming through me. It's just been given. So that's what I completely rely on, and I can just relax in that. That's the most amazing part, because yeah, coming from oneness, it will be shown what to say in this moment. How could anyone know? Because this moment never happened before. So this is brand new what is occurring here, and that is brand new, not in the way that you used to think about things like brand new. No, this is brand new in all dimensions. This is a completely new moment that has nothing to do with anything that ever happened. So, you know, it's a present moment in all dimensions. So to get a glimpse of that, it's good to let go of what you think this is going to bring you, or what you can expect, or anything like that. Yeah, no one could tell. It's literally like, yeah, we have to discover this by ourselves. So the discovery of it, that will you will have to be open to receive this. So the discovery is like, you use everything, you open your mind wide up for that to occur, and yeah, and relax into it to be able to receive this. So yeah, the Contemplative Life, that book is running through the time right now. When we do the daily lesson, or when I do these healing classes, and the Contemplative Life is the very active life of discovering what is brand new in this moment. It's like you literally are going to discover what is being given, and but you are going to receive it never like you never did before, because this is brand new. So the Contemplative Life is always connected to your Christ mind, to your whole mind, with whole ideas, not with just simple concepts of like from a human nature, because they're so contracted and so limited that you already feel when you hear them. It's like, no, there must be more. This cannot be it. You know, so that, yeah, so the whole ideas that are coming from our Christ consciousness, or our yeah, our conscious awareness, however you want to term it, I don't know, but that is a revelation. So these ideas are not just ideas, but they're whole ideas. They're like revelations to you when you receive them. And that means that if I can say to you, like, yeah, I had this experience about this and this, and yeah, my revelation was that, or my experience was this and that, and that will not tell you anything about what it really was. So yeah, you will have to have your own experience with this, and you have those experiences. So to share them is not so helpful, even though it's more like, yeah, what can be helpful is to recognize that a new experience for you is possible. That, of course, is always, say, that is always welcome. And also to become aware of all the, like, the obstacles that you've put up to not be in conscious contact with God, that you think you can have an exception to that, that there are places and situations and circumstances that are bereft from the love of God, which of course is not possible, but it's good to become conscious, aware of where you put those obstacles. So that is something that you can see, or that you can discover for yourself. And one idea that comes to me is the idea of, okay, we're in a transformational process where, like, our minds are going to be transformed and are being transformed, and that is a very intense process for most of us. But it's also becoming so incredibly intense because of the fact that you take it very serious. That's for one thing, but also very personal. We're so used to taking things personal. Well, this has absolutely nothing to do with your personal identity. You know what I'm saying? It's like the whole transformation is about that part that is one in us altogether. It has nothing to do with something personal in that sense. Even though you might have your personal experience of it. But yeah, I think, like, well, never take anything personal. If you see that you're in a process of this, if you discover that you're in the process of this, then that is great. But yeah, let go of the idea that it's personally happening to you. I don't know if I say that clear or not, but it's more like the way you can deal with it is seeing it as, say, it's about the undoing of you. It's not about forming you or changing you or anything like that. No, it's about your consciousness discovering your real being of what is already there. You know, it's like you discover that you're one with your source. You're going to see that in everything around you. You're going to see that in every circumstance. And you're going to see that even in your body, in your wealth, or in your supplies. As Joel talks about it, your supply and your wealth and your health and all that. So you are going to discover it, that you're one with your source. If you have this experience, then that takes care of itself too. So it's not your concern anymore. So you don't have to be needlessly occupied with what to wear, what to eat, and what to clothe, and all that, like it was being said in the Bible too. But to come into this certainty is a process for most of us. It's a process, and the process is taking place by itself under real good guidance, because you would never be able to get out of it yourself. So you need a teacher coming from outside of your conceptual self-identity, which is, of course, the Holy Spirit. So it's being guided. Your whole undoing is being guided. And the undoing of you is not the loss of you. It's just the loss of your self-identity, which was never true anyway. So to discover, consciously becoming aware of the fact that you're one with your source is nothing but coming home yourself. It's coming home into yourself with the capital S. So yeah, to discover this brand new moment is coming home together, coming home into this moment, coming home at last into this moment. So the connection with the divine or our source was also, I posted that this morning on the EB Facebook page, was also said in John 15, which I would love to read. And so John 15 from the Aramaic plain English version, John 15 verse 1 to 8 it is. I am the living God, the true vine, and my Father is the vine dresser. Every branch on me not yielding fruit, he takes away. And that which yields fruit, he purges, that it may bring forth much fruit. From now on you are purged because of the word which I have spoken with you. Stay with me, and I am in you. Just as the branch cannot yield fruit by itself unless it remains on the vine, so neither do you unless you stay with me. I am the living God, the vine, and you are the branches. Whoever abides with me and in me, whoever abides in me and I in him, this one brings forth much fruit, because without me you can do nothing. If a man does not abide with me, he is thrown away like a shriveled up branch, and they gather it, throwing it into the fire to burn. But if you are abiding in me, and my words will abide in you, everything whatsoever you desire to ask, it shall be done for you. In this the Father is glorified, that you will bring forth much fruit, and that you will be my disciples. This is an incredible piece of John 15. It's like it's one of the classics, I would say. It's like it's not a judgment that is being presented. It's not like, oh my God, now I gotta watch out what I'm doing, because otherwise God is against me or something. No, not at all. So this is setting you free. In that sense, it sets you free because it's an invitation to let God abide in you, and devote yourself to that, and breathe that in, and let that become you. So it's a very warm invitation. It's not a judgment whatsoever. So, but the feeling that you can have when you, for a moment, take a little detour, where you think like, oh my God, I just forgot to meditate for a moment, or I'm not taking this too serious right now, I just got out of the discipline. It's like you feel deep from inside that something is not quite right. It's like it's like you want to adjust that a little bit, and then there's always the invitation. Okay, you can always start again. Like you can always choose again to um, uh, to start reading, or to listen to the tape, or whatever is being given for you to remember where you're really from. And but see, this is all so innocent. It is also just given for you to let it occur to you, to support you in this. It's never like you're being, yeah, drawn back into hell or something. No, it's just like, no, you get a gentle reminder. You're invited to come back into the arms of your Father. That's all. And or you can take the hand of your brother by just having a little talk with him, or having a little, yeah, prayer together in whatever way. Like, and that's the sweet part that I'm discovering too with, it's not that I'm promoting the Facebook page whatsoever, but it's like, you see that if people ask for help, there's always, okay, I'm with you. I'm just with you. And that's all that you need to hear, when when you feel you need help. And so that's a very lovely way to me to see that that's always available. Always someone will respond. Oh, we're all so connected in that. So yeah, that's really beautiful. This idea of being a branch, like you're being fed too. You're being inspired. You're being, like, it's literally your breath inside of you. You're going to breathe it in. And you're going to breathe it in, and it's like it's coming through you. It's coming through you, and it's like the juice running through you, just like it is in a branch. It's running through you. You're being fed by it. You just have, yeah. It's like the conscious awareness of it makes it that you are conscious of it. It is happening anyway, but now it's you who remembers it. It is in your consciousness that your source, that what is feeding you, is always connected to you, and will be revealed to you in every situation, in every one that you meet, and yeah, inside yourself. So the fact that that is occurring, that's being offered in all the time, like there's always something helping you to remember that that is your true reality, and always something there. It just needs your acceptance. So that's the only training basically that you can do. It's like, yes, I'm willing. Okay, I'm remembering now. I'm open and willing to receive the love of God right now. I'm allowing that to occur to me. I take time to let that occur to me. I will become quiet enough to let that occur to me. So then the response will be there immediately, because it's like, yeah, that is your function in this world, to remember that, to remember love, you know. So the universe is ready to jump in anytime that you ask for it, anytime that you're ready to receive it, and anytime that you say, yes, I'm willing, and I'm receptive. So that is really the contemplative life. That is really what contemplation is. You allow yourself to be infused with the light and love. So the good thing is you don't need any diplomas for it. You don't need your intellect for it. You don't need anything for it. Just a willingness to accept. Just, there's a little bit of discipline, so to speak. It's a little bit of discipline. Not that much at all. Just remember during the day a couple of times, or, then it starts by itself that you have like, I want this to remember this all the time. I want more of this. That happens automatically. Yeah, but just starting a couple of times a day for a couple of minutes or 5 minutes, it's like that is enough. Then it's already working. Just do it before you go to bed or when you just get out of bed. Take a moment to breathe and relax and say, yes, I'm willing to receive this. And then the whole process where you're going through, like whether it seems so very personal, the invitation is not to take it too personal. Just let the process occur by itself almost. Like you don't necessarily need to be dramatic about it, or you don't necessarily need to make it hard for yourself. No. Why not enjoy this process? Why not be happy about it? That something is stirring you up and something is really bringing you to life. It's the most wonderful thing that can occur to you when you're living on this planet. Feeling that you're in a transition from natural man to spiritual man. There was one more reference in the little piece that the 9th Psalm. So I'll see if I can read that too. That would be lovely. The 9th Psalm. The 9th Psalm. Oh, this is the one. I will give thanks to the Lord, it said. I will praise thee, O Lord, with my whole heart. I will show forth all thy marvelous works. I will be glad and rejoice in thee. I will sing praise to thy name, O thou most high. When mine enemies are turned back, and they shall fall and perish at thy presence. For thou hast maintained my right and my cause. Thou sattest in the throne judging right. Thou hast rebuked the heathen. Thou hast destroyed the wicked. Thou hast put out their name and forever and ever. O thou enemy, destructions are come to a perpetual end, and thou hast destroyed cities. Their memorial is perished with them. But the Lord shall endure forever. He has prepared his throne for judgment. And he shall judge the world in righteousness. He shall minister judgment to people in uprightness. The Lord also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee, for thou, Lord, hast not forsaken them that seek thee. Sing praises to the Lord, which dwelleth in Zion. Declare among the people his doings. When he maketh inquisition for blood, he remembered them. He forgetteth not the cry of the humble. Have mercy upon me, O Lord. Consider my trouble of them that hate me, thou that liftest me up from the gates of death, that I may shew forth all thy praise in the gates of the daughter of Zion. I will rejoice in thy salvation. So yeah, this is a celebration. This is a celebration, and this is just the first part that I read of the psalm. But this is like let this sing through you. Allow yourself to let this sing through you, to rejoice in what makes you really happy, your connection with your source. So thank you, God. Thank you that this is happening. Amazing thing is happening. I'm remembering that my source, that I'm one with my source, that nothing can take that away from me, that is in my consciousness. So I'm really happy that we can share this together, that we can remember this together. And this is so good. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being present in this. So I'll read now a little bit from what Joel gave us this morning. It's like the Contemplative Life. And Joel is talking about one of his revelations, but I'll read it. The revelation was given to me that in my conscious oneness with God, in being consciously one with my source, I'm just muting a couple of people. Yep. That in being consciously one with my source, the good things of life were added unto me. That is, I was at one with all good, with every form of good that might ever be necessary in my experience. The Master said, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. And so it was that this very same consciousness revealed to me that when I am consciously one with God, I am instantaneously one with all the good necessary for my experience. Therefore I must stop taking thought for my supply, my health, and my home. I must stop taking anxious thought or concern for the things of this world, and I must make every effort to abide consciously in my oneness with God. The vital part in the heart of that revelation is that we are already one with God. We are already one with our life stream, our source of life. As a matter of fact, I and my Father are one is a relationship that is indivisible and indestructible. It is an impossibility for my Father and me to become separate because we are not two. We are one. We are and always have been one with our source and one with God. This is another expression of that. It's like everything else will be added onto you. But this too is like a very say, very gentle and beautiful thing. It's more like the surprise of every day, like how can this come to me? I have no idea. Or yeah, like you have your so-called needs, you want certain things, or you have something that has to occur, and then you don't know how to manifest it or whatever, how that can come to you, but you are open. And because of your connection with the whole universe, your connection with God, these things will just come to you, not like some magic thing, but more like a very natural way of supply and support. And yeah, it's like you become receptive of it, so it will just be there too. And yeah, it feels very natural, because of like, yeah, it doesn't need to be it doesn't need to be struggled for, or you don't have to do it in a difficult way to get what you need. It's like you don't know what you need, so that what is being given, you start to thank God for, because basically you recognize that what is given is not coming from you. It's not by your doing that it came about. No, it's just given. And in that recognition is the confirmation for yourself and for your awareness that it is literally coming from oneness, coming from God. It's coming to you. It's like a present for you. It becomes present for you. And that is just a comforting idea, that you don't have to struggle for things, that you don't have to anyway. You know, it's like, no, you must not, you should not, and you there's nothing that you must do. It just is happening to you because you are receptive for it, from your conscious connection with the whole universe and with God. So that is so lovely and so subtle and so natural. Ah. Hmm. So I'm very happy to be able to share that with you. I'm very happy to remember that, to have these words come out of my mouth in the recognition of our oneness. And they're completely the opposite of your thoughts as a human being. So this is so different. This has so nothing to do with your dualistic conceptual self-identity. It has nothing to do with it. This is of a different nature. This is your true nature being revealed to you. Like this little present I was talking about is also like a revelation that was never possible, but it just came to you out of the blue. Like it just came to you, and it feels so natural because it is natural. So I and my Father are one. And we are already one with our source, with God. That is already accomplished. We don't have to do that anymore. So it's like remembering it, just becoming completely open to receive all the gifts that are given. So with that, I say thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining this class. And I hope to see you soon. And if you want, there's a little after meeting after this this class, so you can just log in again, and you can be present there too, and you have a possibility to share what you want to, what you feel like sharing. And okay, for now, I just wish you a very good day, night, morning, or day. And I'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye. Mhm.